Welcome to Death and Aliens, an in-depth look at horror and sci-fi TV from two friends who vaguely know what they're doing. I'm Courtney,
And I'm MK.
and how are you?
I am good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have talked about this on the podcast yet, but I started working out with a personal trainer.
Well, no, if you've talked about it on here either.
I don't think I have. I think I was going to, but then we spent so long talking about Taylor Swift that I didn't.
Sure. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll get you every time.
Um, Although I sent you a TikTok where I said we will spend an hour on the podcast discussing every single one of these things, and it was like,
I
um,
didn't watch it yet.
oh my God, it was football players according to Taylor Swift songs on The Life of a Showgirl, and it was which football player was which song.
If you wait, I'll watch it in between recording,
Okay,
and we
so
can talk about it in our
stay
football episode.
yeah, stay tuned, guys. You have to watch
Yeah.
all our episodes. But yeah, so I started working out with a personal trainer, and it is going really, really well. I want to diet all the time.
Sure.
Um,
Why not?
but um it's great. It's really interesting because like I was never like the most super active person, but because I used to dance, there's like a lot of things that my body is
Mm.
just like able to do.
It like remembers how
It
to do them.
remembers things, and like at one point today, I was just trying to do a hamstring stretch, and Chris, my trainer, he goes, I think you could probably put your ankle up there and stretch out your hamstrings. He goes, most people can't do it in their first 2 weeks at the gym, but you can probably do it. It was like a 5 foot platform. And I go,
That's as tall as me.
yeah, yeah, I think I could do that. Put my leg up there. I was like, okay, this hurts like a bitch, but I can do it. And he was like,
Nice.
yeah. Um, But yeah, and it's like his so the gym, my Kate's husband Chris owns the gym and he's one of the
Mhm.
trainers there. And then he has two other trainers that work with him that like Chrissy and Caitlin and I use. And their like philosophy at their gym is very like they all went to school for like nutrition and physical like therapy and like workout and all that stuff. Like they're like they have like degrees in this. They're not just like gym bros. Um and they're very much like they don't do cardio at their gym. Like they have like one
Mm.
treadmill
Yeah.
and like a couple bikes, but like their philosophy is that if you are like strength training and stretching correctly, your heart rate will go up. Like so like it's like a lot of just like circuit training and like reps and strength training and like walking and like fixing your form and holding your body the way you're supposed to. And I swear to God, I've never sweat so much in my entire life, even though I'm like not doing any cardio. So
Yeah, that's how my when I got a personal trainer, that's how it was. It was not any cardio.
yeah.
And I thought I was dying.
Yeah,
But
but it's great. I didn't know it was possible to have that much pain in the bottom of your shoulder blades.
that's where my pain lives. I
Right.
broke that spot
No,
of
but
my
like
body in high
right, but like
school.
the good pain. Like I've had
No,
bad pain.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
I've had bad pain there. That's where my body broke in high school too with my car accident. But when you like when you actually like reposition your shoulders and then do the workouts with your shoulders where they're supposed to be, it's like, oh shit, I didn't know my shoulder blades moved like that. Um, so yeah, so it's been going really well. I've been going for like 2 weeks now.
That's so exciting.
It
I
is
love that.
exciting.
I'm so jealous.
I mean, it's expensive. I'm not even gonna
I
pretend.
know.
I'm not even gonna
I
pretend it's
know.
not expensive. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, girl, I know.
but
Been there,
uh,
done that.
but I'm living it. So that's my new I started a diet and now I'm going to the gym. I'm trying to be a better person
Physically, not
physically.
mentally.
Oh no, there's no
Right, right,
chance.
right,
There's no chance of me being a better person mentally. That ship has
right.
sailed.
That's gone out the window. Um, yeah, I feel that. I'm applying to jobs and whatnot, now that I've passed the bar. And so one of the jobs that I've applied to, if it goes through, I think there's a gym included and a wellness
Oh,
fund. I don't, it tells me on the internet. I just didn't actually read it. I just opened the
Right.
page and walked away. So, I do hope that that is included. And then I would one be working one job instead of, 75.
Yeah.
And so theoretically, I could like go to work, go to the gym after work, not drive home at 5 o'clock traffic,
Ooh.
and then come home and make dinner. I made dinner last night since we didn't record, and I was just like, who am I? What is this life that I've chosen to live today, where I
I
go to
actually,
work, go home and make dinner, and then read a book, which I had like the worst headache. It was probably go to work last night. I had like the worst headache. Um, and so I made dinner, I ate dinner, and then I went like late in bed, listened to an audiobook for like 17 hours. Um, because I just was not vibing. Um, but I did because it's a horror podcast and it's
yeah.
October. It's not anymore. Happy Halloween. I don't know. When does this come out? This is
This,
November. Happy birthday. Is it my birthday?
when is this? I don't know. Do you think
I
I
think my
remember?
birthday is on a Thursday this year.
Your birthday is not on a Thursday. It's on
Oh,
a Wednesday.
that
And
was on a Wednesday last year. Am I just not right about when my birthday was last year? Oh no, maybe it was on a Monday last year. We
yeah,
had, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, am I not right about when your birthday is? But I'm 90% sure it's on a Wednesday because I think that's the day that I have my Shays tickets to see Wicked.
Okay. Um,
I think I'm seeing
well,
Wicked on your birthday.
happy birthday to me, I guess. Rude. Let's see when this comes out. I was pulling it up and
Oh,
got
I
a
was
little
yeah.
distracted.
This comes out,
Um,
it is November. It's the 6th.
okay, so it's November, but it's not my birthday. Nothing
Correct.
comes out on my birthday, but the last episode we record comes out the day after my birthday.
Yeah.
So you're right, it is on a Wednesday this year.
Yeah, because I only know that because it's when my Wicked tickets are.
I love that for me. Um, so it's October for me and not later people. So I've been watching some horror movies. Like I said, I joined like 17 horror readathons
Yeah.
because I have time for that. Um, and they've been doing like movie watches. And if we get off early enough, I have one to jump into tonight. It doesn't start till
Ooh.
10, so I might can like squeeze in 30 minutes later or something.
Mm.
But we did Friday night, like a really late night. It was so late. I think it ended at like 3 a.m.
No.
Um, I
No.
know I much too. I slept till like 11 the next day.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
I woke up at 11:30 Saturday morning and everyone thought I had died. I was like, I'm here. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm here. I really did on Saturday. I didn't go, oh, Kirsty came over. I was like, I didn't even go anywhere. Why do people care if I was asleep or not? Um, but we watched Trick or Treat, which I know is Monica used to talk about as one of her favorite movies all the time.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it. It
Okay.
is hella unhinged. Have you seen it?
No.
It's not scary. It's just unhinged. Like I liked
Which
it well
which
enough.
sounds correct for
Yeah.
Monica.
Hmm. But like, so we watched it. There's a way you can like stream on Discord, and like people can share their screen on the
Okay.
computer, and like you can chat while you do it or whatever. And I think there was like two of us that had seen it, and we were just like, "What is going on? Like this doesn't even make sense." We're going from like vampires to like regular suburban couples to like children dying. Like it was a whole situation. Maybe
Yeah.
ghosts. Like it mostly added up in the end.
Okay.
Um, mostly, not all the way. There were still some pieces that I was like, I still don't like I get what you're trying to like say here, but I don't
Right.
understand why we needed that here. Um, but it does have oh, this is kind of spoilery, but it's not like super spoilery.
Yeah.
So if anybody doesn't want to hear a kind of spoilery, just skip through. They had oh my gosh, what is her name? Anna Paquin in the
Mm,
show. And turns out she's like a vampire in the show, and it's the year before True Blood came out.
great.
And so I was like, is this like foreshadowing that that she's, you know, gonna be another vampire soon?
Perfect.
It was funny. And then We watched The Bye Bye Man.
Never heard of
Have you?
that one.
That one came out in 2017, so it's a little bit newer. And I thought it was gonna be like super scary. It wasn't.
Um,
So like had I watched it by myself at 1 a.m., I probably would have been a little bit creeped out. Um, but it was definitely like one of those kind of bad 2017 horror movies. Um, so like I didn't
okay.
hate it, but like I don't know, it wasn't what I really for I remember seeing the trailer for it and I was more scared of the trailer than I was of the movie,
Okay.
which was good for me because it was 3 a.m. when it ended, so I would have not slept at all.
Yeah.
But instead I did go to I think I had weird dreams, but I've been having a lot of weird dreams lately, so who's to
Me
say what
too.
caused it? Who's to say?
The other night I had a
Um,
dream. The other night I had a dream that Pip was sick because there was a fight in her tank because in her tank was another gecko, a small wolf about this big, and a human boy made of plastic, and they all lived in the tank together.
that's quite a family to
I
keep up
was
with it.
also dating Russell Brand, but he was 65 years old and looked 65 years old.
What
I
does Russell Brand look like at 65?
um he kind of looked like Benjamin Button, like as a child, which doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Because the thing that's because the reason why I had to make the distinction is because Russell Brand isn't young.
Right.
Like
He's in his
no,
mid
yeah,
50s
he's
now.
50. He's no, he just turned 50 this year. So
Really? I thought he was
yeah,
older than that.
he's 50, but apparently in the next 15 years he will shrink and get fat and gray. Very, very gray.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Why not? That's right on brand. I
So yeah, weird dreams. I get it.
love it.
I get
I
it.
love it. Mine have been more nightmares about random things that don't make
Do
sense.
you think my
Like
gecko dying and me dating a fat old Russell Brand is not a nightmare?
that's wild. That's exciting. No, like I thought that like I had paid my bills for 3 months and ended up on the street.
Oh,
Like
so yours are like anxiety nightmares. Mine are fucking
right,
unhinged.
right. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, have I forgotten everything? No, I've paid my bills. All my bills are paid. I even did my taxes. Did your mom tell you?
No, my mom's in New
I did
York
my
City.
taxes. We did them before she left.
Well, that's good. I would hope so,
But
because if she was off working on taxes while she's supposed to be taking the girls around Times Square, it'd be kind of awkward.
no, she told me when she was leaving and told me I needed to get them to her before then. And I said, okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, and I did. Um, but then she was like, do you have your money to pay your taxes now? And I was like, I don't even make that money in a month. What do you think? Do I have the money to pay my taxes now? No, ma'am.
No,
I
ma'am.
do not.
Ooh.
Uh, they're actually much less than they normally are. They're like very reasonable. Like I will pay them off probably this
Well,
year.
that's because you didn't live in New York City for the entirety of last year.
I know, but it's because I also didn't get like all these stupid bonuses from my last job that like kept screwing me over.
I know.
So like I was just having regular freelance income, so I was just paying my regular tax portion as opposed to these bonuses where I was paying mine and the company's tax portions. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that was some nonsense. It's fine, probably legal. It's okay. Um, Not worried about him not there anymore. Sucks, just sucks. So while we're in this wonderful mood, do you have some I don't know, help?
Help. I don't know if there's such thing as the help that we need. Um, I think this is the one I'm on. Oh yeah. Yeah. At any given moment, the brain has 14 billion neurons firing at a speed of 450 miles per hour. We don't have control over most of them. When we get a chill, goosebump, when we get excited, adrenaline, the body naturally follows its impulses, which I think is part of what makes it so hard for us to control ours. Of course, sometimes we have impulses we would rather not control, that we later wish we had.
Never. I'll never control my impulses. um in my life. It's not worth it. Um so things that are worth it are American Horror Story. Because today we are talking about American Horror Story Coven, episode 11, Protect the Coven. Dun, dun, dun.
This episode stressed me out a lot.
It was, I know I tried to text you
You did.
before, but I texted you
You did
after.
try to text me, but I knew I had shit to do, so I watched it like 2 days early and didn't tell you
Yeah,
that I was watching it 2 days early.
yeah.
Um,
Because
but
I watched it in
even
the middle of the night.
it
It's like
it
I'm not helpful.
even though part of the stress is just I am so over the graphic nature of some of the things in the show. That's not why it stressed me out. The plot of this
Oh,
episode stressed me out. This episode, I like ended it and go, I can't keep watching this show.
good thing there's only two episodes left.
No, I know, but then I didn't feel that way after the 12th episode. I was like, I'm
Mhm.
prepared. I'm prepared for where this
I'm
is
ready
going.
now.
I'm ready. But like this episode, I was like, and I don't think I'm ever gonna watch a show Courtney suggests for me ever again because I am not okay. I'm not.
That should be a standard you apply to your brain when I suggest you something in general. Um, but yes, this one is that. So it aired January 15th of 2014. It was rated 7.7 out of 10.
Okay.
The number one song is The Monster by Eminem and Rihanna.
Yeah.
The number one movie is Ride Along. And the number one book is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. Um, and I used to have a really fun fact about the goldfinch and a billboard in Times Square or in New York, and I've completely forgotten about it. And I've been trying to remember it for like 3 days.
Oh, I'm so
And I'm so
sorry.
upset that I can't tell you this fun fact because I've forgotten
Did you
what
say
happened.
what day in January did you say?
The 15th.
The 15th. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought you said the 14th, and I was like, that wasn't a Wednesday, so now I'm confused.
No, 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 no. Of 2014. Of
Yes.
the year 14, the day 15.
Got there we
Mhm,
go.
mhm. So on this day, it's fine. Not a lot of huge things happened. The Dodgers signed Clayton Kershaw, and that was their biggest MLB deal in the history of MLB. It was essentially a $215 million package, making 30 million a year. Um, and Nigeria passed a big anti-LGBTQ law. Not great.
Nope.
And last but certainly not least, the World Bank says that we finally started to recover from the Great Recession. So good timing that we've done that right before we go back to it. So what a wonderful time. Um, did you have some news about your day, or was it just
No, I checked. I did nothing.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. It was nothing happening.
yeah.
Um, our directors, Bradley Bucher, writers Jennifer Salt and John J. Gray, and our editor, Stuart Schill. So, all returning. I don't think we've seen Jennifer Salt this season yet, but she has been in all the other seasons as a
Okay.
writer. Our guest is Michael Christopher, who plays Harrison Renan, which is the dad, Hank's
Uh,
dad.
got it.
He's known for Die Hard with a Vengeance, Original Sin, The Bonfire of Vanities, and The Witches of Eastwick. Sorry, I didn't finish the sentence. The Witches of
I was
Eastwick.
like the witches, like the Roald
The
Dahl
Witches.
witches.
Yes.
With
No.
Anne Hathaway and her terrible, creepy prosthetic face.
I never saw that, which I also never read it. So,
You know,
one day maybe.
one day. Don't read the book, maybe
I was
watch
gonna
the
say I would like to read the
yeah, read the
book.
book, watch the original movie. Probably don't watch the new one because
That's what I've heard.
it is not good.
That's what I've heard.
I watched it on a plane. Probably the plane home from Thailand because it was like 17 hours and was going to
Needed
run out.
something.
I was going to run out of things. I watched Cats 3 times.
It's so funny. I
Mostly
watch a lot of horror movies on planes.
I watched Cats 3 times because I knew I wanted to sleep and I knew I could fall asleep to the soundtrack of Cats. And if I had my face mask on, I couldn't see the shit show that was the movie. I could just listen to
Sure.
good singers singing and then fall
Still
asleep.
haven't watched that movie either.
I watched it. I did that on the plane. And then when I actually watched it for real, watched it, it was with Doug. Dan wasn't home. It was just Dan wasn't home. It was just me and Doug laying on the couch watching Cats. And Dan came home and was like, "What the fuck is happening right
That is the best. That
now?"
is the best. Ugh. Well, he also is more well known in the play world. Um, he's a writer, but not like I don't know if you know him, but he won a Pulitzer Prize for his show The Shadow Box, which he wrote in 1977.
Okay.
He also won a Tony for it that year. Um, and then he also won some awards in Chicago in 2017 for his play Man in the Ring. These are none of these things I've heard of,
I have
but
heard of the Shadow Box.
well, that is his show. He's got like 4 or 5 shows, like not a ton.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's done a lot of really like small stuff. But fun fact, he was uncredited in the 1973 movie The Exorcist.
Hmm.
He was a voice in there. I don't know, maybe a
Uh,
demon voice. It didn't clarify,
but
but he was a
probably
voice,
because
but uncredited.
what other voices were like
That right. Like
just
the people
floating
in the
around
show.
that were just floating around
Yeah.
the movie, yeah.
Right. Right. Um, well, let's get started.
All right, I guess.
We start with Manuel Laurie leaving Paris to move to New Orleans. And she's just being hella racist, like right off the bat. Like, no
No,
shocker there.
no.
Um, and we learn it's New Orleans in 1830. And they have this whole scene about she wants her daughter to chop off a chicken's head so they can prepare it for dinner. And her daughter's like, "You've never done this. How are you going to show me how to do this?" And so she does. And it
Well,
seems that that is where the
yeah,
bloodlust
yeah.
starts.
To be fair, she didn't really want her daughter to chop off the chicken's head so much as the cooks weren't there yet, and she was like, either chop off this chicken's head or we starve. Like, those are your
Right.
options.
Yeah. Um, and
But yeah,
then she, yeah, yeah,
but then she was like licking the chicken blood.
yeah, yeah. So she was getting into the blood then. And so she goes upstairs and she finds one of her slaves with a gash in his leg, and then realizes she could start using human blood. She starts getting into the human blood part. Um, and she says she's gonna help him. She's like, "You start wrapping your leg up, everything's gonna be fine." And then she just like knocks him out and strings him up. And it's this is where it all began. And look at the credits. So that's exciting. Um, and then we start off with our team of the graveyard. And it is Nan's funeral, because as you remember, last week she died.
Yeah.
So um um
Last
and
week she died.
yeah, and Fiona's talking about it. She says, "Say goodbye to Nan, who fell in the tub." And I was like, okay,
Sure.
okay.
Sure she
That
did.
sounds reasonable. Um, and then Queenie and Lalari show up for the funeral. So two people we thought were dead. And Lalari is back in one piece. And Queenie has her on a leash. It is just what a revelation. Everyone's alive. Um,
Yeah.
turns out Queenie's learned she has something new going on that she didn't die. No, she doesn't really know why, but she assumes it's, supreme esque.
Yeah.
So we hop over to the Delphi Trust. We're basically at this point just catching you up on everything that's
Yeah,
happened.
all the characters that we missed.
Yeah. So we go to the Delphi Trust, and the dad knows they need to worry about the witches. However, he believes that he can pay them off. And so he's like, "We're going to give them more money than they could ever want. Then they'll leave us alone, and we'll be fine forever. And then we'll go kill them later." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good plan." Um, probably not going to happen that way, but
Right.
good thinking.
Sure,
Um,
sure, whatever you say.
yeah. And so now that Lori's back in the house, we follow her thought process as she goes through everything. She's back to being a maid. She's reminiscing about her childhood. She passes through as Marie and Fiona are setting up a meeting with the Delphi Trust people. And as we're going through her, her memory or her thoughts or
Yeah.
whatever, we see our trio again sharing a bed, Madison, Kyle, and Zoe. Um, and then she sees Maddie, who did not want to flush after she used the bathroom, and Delphine told her to, and she didn't do it. And then she feeds them dinner, and it can
Which,
be assumed that
yeah, I was like,
it's
is that what
probably
I'm supposed to be
incorporated.
assuming that she like put that shit in there?
Yeah, it's
Literally.
never confirmed, but it could be assumed probably. But during this dinner, Marie starts talking about how she's going to kill Lalaurie and she's going to dismember her, and she's like, "These are all the things that happened." Um, and then she starts getting like Delphine starts getting concerned about Fiona's death and her lifestyle. She's going out every night, not coming home. Her
Yeah.
cancer's getting worse. Like this isn't looking good. Um, And then we go to Cordelia, who's making potions to try and get her sight back. And Myrtle is just flittering about everywhere. She is all over the house, all over the
She's a
place in the
hot
way.
mess.
She is a hot mess. Um, and then James, who I don't think we've met him before, but he seems to be a guy who does work for the family. James shows up, and it turns out he had hurt himself. And so he's asking for help. And so Delphine's like, I've got this. I will take care of him. Do not you fret. And she takes him up to Spaulding's room in the attic. And instead of helping him, she ties him up and starts taking body parts off and bleeding
She
him,
starts like playing
etc.
with his toes like a fucking creep.
Yeah, it's very unsettling. It's very unsettling. Um, yeah, so then we go back to Zoe and Kyle. This is a weird episode to talk about because it's so much like
Yeah, it's like
piece
jumpy.
by piece. So just stay tuned, guys. So we go to Zoe and Kyle, and she's trying a spell in the bath because obviously no one is convinced that Nan just fell in the bathtub. Now, most
Right.
people don't care, but they also don't believe it.
Right.
Um, and so she goes to learn about it, and she's doing the spell, and Kyle's like, "What are you doing? What's happening?" And she's like, we're gonna figure it out." Madison's just like, I don't care at all. And she sees, of course, Marie and Fiona's face in the bathtub. And she's like, of course, they're working together now. Our dynamic duo. Um, and so once she tells Madison this, she's like, I don't care, but we do need to talk. And so she puts the headphones on Kyle so that
Yeah.
she can talk to Zoe. And she starts fussing about sharing Kyle. She's like, we agreed that this is a situation. You've fallen in love with him. Like, I don't know what to tell
Right.
you. And so he's like, I sure haven't. That is not a thing I've said. I don't know where you've gotten this nonsense from. Um, and so then of course Madison's getting all like touchy-feely. And as soon as she like goes to make a move, Kyle like panics and like freaks out. And he's like, don't ever touch me again. I love Zoe. Um,
Yeah.
so Madison just starts breaking stuff. She's like, cool, cool. I'm gonna break every piece of
Everything.
glass in this room. Yeah.
Right. Because why
Um,
why would we handle anything correctly?
yeah. And Myrtle comes in and fusses her, and she's like, you have to stop doing it. It's like, I don't know why you think this is allowed. Like this whole house is out of chaos, and Madison doesn't care. She gives more than she takes. So she definitely came after Myrtle at that moment.
Yeah.
So then we follow Fiona to where she had left to go to the Axeman. And here's the thing. He's talking about this place that his family owns. He's like, it sounds like it's this far off land, that his parents have a house, they're gonna have a whole farm, they're gonna have this. He says it's Covington. Covington's like a 45-minute drive from New Orleans. So it's not that far away. Like, it's an hour from where I live. So
That's so
they
funny.
do have rural areas, but the way he describes this place is some
Is
far off land, and it is not. Like,
that
Rachel used to go to work there once every 2 weeks. Like, it's like an hour drive.
that
But it's
is
fine.
crazy.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, I don't know, maybe when he was around, it was more rural. It was not as easy to get there. I don't know when the bridge was built. But in this day and age, it's a regular old drive. Not even like a day trip, just a regular drive. Like people go there for work sometimes. Um,
That is wild.
yeah. So after he gets done talking about this faraway land that he wants to go to, he also starts talking about how they really need to focus and take out the next Supreme. And he's like, everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna figure out who it is. We're gonna kill them, and then you're gonna give up the coven. I'm gonna give up the saxophone, and we're gonna live happily ever after, just like regular people.
Just, yeah, totally,
No,
totally
no problem.
normal.
Yeah. So everything seems hunky dory. Um, However, when we go back to check in with Madame Lalaurie up in Spaulding's room, surprise, Spaulding's there. Um,
Yeah,
he shows up and he is talking to her about murdering James. Obviously, he's like, I don't really know what you're doing or why you're doing it, but okay.
right.
And but then he's like, but also it is art. And like I'm dead. Like he's like, I'm dead. This is art. This is fine. Um, we don't have to worry about this. I have more things I need to talk to you about. And he tells her that he knows how to release her. He says, if Marie dies, then you also would die because you're tied to her essentially.
Right.
Um, and he's like, but it was done by magic, so it can only be undone by magic. And
Which,
he tells,
I
which is
mean,
true,
so far, everything he's saying is seems to be checking out.
right? Everything makes sense, and all of the different um stories you've heard make
Yeah.
sense. He's like, I just have one request. It's gonna be like hella expensive, but I need you to do this for me. And then we leave. And we go to Queenie Cordelia. And Queenie is livid. She's like, I cannot believe you've given my room to a hippie. I don't know what you thought. I've hardly been gone. And
Right.
Cordelia's like, homegirl, you left. Like,
Right.
you left us. We didn't leave you. You were always welcome back here. But when you told us you were leaving and tried to kill people, like, I don't I don't know what you thought was gonna happen.
Right.
Um, and Queenie starts telling her that she's like, I've got new powers. Um, and this is where she kind of explains more. She says she got hit by
Yeah.
a silver bullet and she didn't die. Um, and she was able to kill Hank without dying. And so she really thinks that she's the next of her. And that because a silver bullet can't stop her, nothing can. Which is again valid rationalization.
Right.
I can get behind that. Um, but then Cordelia leaves her and she's back at her potion making. And she cuts off a plant and like sticks her fingers in this blood, it looks like. I assume it's blood. I don't know whose, but it's blood. That she then rubs on her eyes to try to like see again. Like she wants to see her visions again, have her powers back. Um, However, that's not where it is because she proceeds to stab herself in the eye with a garden.
See,
Now,
I
I
didn't
don't know if
think
those
that
are
she was
called.
putting blood on. I thought it was some kind of like numbing thing. Like she rubbed it on her eyes because she knew she was gonna take them out. I thought it
Oh,
was like an iodine. Like that's why it was red, is because they had like iodine in
I
it. I thought
see.
she like numbed her face before she stabbed herself.
I thought it was like a potion, like she was creating potions and stuff, and she had tried to drink stuff, so I thought she was creating this potion
Which
to put on her
makes
eyes too.
makes sense, but I
But
thought she knew.
iodine also makes
I
sense
thought
too.
she knew it might, I mean, it might be iodine, it might be some kind of fucking potion, but I thought she knew that taking the eyeballs out was the only option, and so she was rubbing some shit on her
Yeah,
face so that it hurt slight bit less when she,
That makes sense. I thought it was so like soak in after she took her eyes out, not
yeah. No,
like
it's,
like
yeah,
as a
it's,
counterpart, not as a substance to,
yeah,
who
it's,
knows? Either
yeah.
one is
Either
very
one is
possible though.
plausible, but as soon as she started rubbing it on her eyes, that's when Dan goes, "You're gonna need to not look now."
Yeah. Yeah. Good looking out, Dan. Good looking out, Dan.
To be fair, though, he
Uh,
also wasn't with me the last two episodes that I watched. And so he was like, I'm gonna need you to pause and tell me everything because I am very confused. He was so upset that Nan was dead. He was like,
well,
What?
yeah.
So I basically, even though he doesn't like the show, he
Sure.
refused to let me watch it without explaining to him why all the characters were where they
Yes.
were this episode.
God forbid. God forbid. Oh, bless his heart. Um, yeah. So then, where am I at? So then, once she stabs her eyes out, Fiona goes to find her and finds Myrtle instead.
Hmm.
And Myrtle is talking about how Cordelia is a hero because she's trying to get her sight back to protect everyone, and how terrible of a mother Fiona is, as she does always say that.
Yep.
And she's like, "Don't worry though, she can see again. So go see her, and like, unless you're too afraid." And she's like, "I have no secrets." Sure, Fiona, you've just killed
Sure.
Nan, but okay.
That,
Um,
yeah, right?
that is probably her only secret left though that people haven't figured out. Um,
Probably. Yeah, you're probably
but
right, but still, it's a
yeah.
fairly large one, I'd say.
Right. Um, and so then we go back to Spalding's attic, and Delphine has brought him a doll that he requested. It was like hella expensive. I haven't heard of the doll maker. I meant to write down and I forgot. But did you know that my Mimi used to have a doll shop when I was small? And she used to collect all of these like crazy collectible dolls and stuff. And I would go work it sometimes with her. And I was on the radio talking about it one time.
That's
Fun fact.
amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
They all got stolen when someone broke into our house, but that's a bummer. But yeah, it was wild. She like we had the donut shop and right next to it, she had opened up her doll shop for a while. And I got a free, oh gosh, Mark Chestnut CD. I got a free Mark Chestnut CD for talking about it on the radio.
I No, I just collected dolls and scared people with them.
I don't love dolls.
No.
They're
Oh,
not my favorite.
I still have them. I have porcelain dolls.
Mhm. I have
And
some too. They're at my mom's house.
they're in my garage.
Where they should be. Where they should
I
be.
don't know that Dan knows that there are porcelain dolls in our garage.
I'm gonna tell him. Wait, don't tell him. You should just put them all up one
Just I'm
day
just
before he
gonna
comes
yeah,
home.
I'm just gonna bring them into the house and just
Just in your bedroom. Put like one in the closet, one in the bathroom.
well,
Just put all these
I'll
like
just have
random.
one sitting in front of the mirror on his dresser.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. Put one by Pip.
I don't want to scare Pip though.
Well, that's true. That's fair. That's fair. Put it by the coffee maker.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love it. Well, because of this doll that she's procured for him, he gives her capsules to put in Marie's drink. He says, "These are the ones that's going to do it. It's going to give her like a momentary lapse, basically, in immortality." And she's like going to say the name. He's like, "Don't even say it. It's too strong. Don't say it." And she's like, "Whoa, this is intense." Okay. So we go back to Zoe, who's outside talking to Myrtle with her theremin. Um, and she is talking to Zoe and she says, "I have this like brooch big thing, basically, that's a harvester ant, and it's made of all these different jewels." She's like, "And I want you to have it." She's like, "You want me to wear this?" She goes, "Oh, honey, you could never pull it off. No. This is for insurance." And I was like, "You are being really saucy for someone who's like
Right.
theoretically trying to help someone else." But okay.
Sure. You're
Um,
right.
and she tells her, she's like, "I want you to hawk it in case of emergency." She's like, "I think you and Kyle have to get out of here. Like, everyone's basically gonna die soon. So, like, get out while you can." And she is like, you can be happy, and she's going off on this like whole romantic like love story and everything she could ever want. She's like, none of the rest of us are gonna find love like you have. Just take it and run. And Zoe's like, well, I think I'm the next Supreme. And she's like, even more reason to leave because
Right.
then you can get away and like
Save
restart your
yourself from the
life.
drama that
All
is
right.
coming.
Yeah. And Myrtle is just like devastated that she won't listen. She's like, I don't know why you would not listen to this information that I've given you. Like, this
Yeah.
is prime advice. Um, and so then we go
I
back to
can't
Duff.
imagine why anyone would mistrust you, Myrtle.
Right, right. Or think that your advice was not the most best. Um, so we go back to Delphi, who's with Fiona Marie and Cordelia. And da, 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 da. Oh, Delphi, not Delphi. I've made a mistake in my notes with my words.
Got it.
We're at the
Okay.
Delphi Trust. And
That makes more sense. I was like,
Fiona,
what?
and I was really confused. So Fiona and Marie show up after the Delphi men have walked in. And she tells him, call up the witch hunters. She says, we don't need this anymore. On top of that, I'd like your Berkeley house. And Marie's like, and I'd also like a private jet. She's like, okay, cool. Marie also wants a private jet. These are our requests. And he's like, excuse me? Like, you're making a lot of demands for someone who doesn't have power to make demands. First of all, you've got the Voodoo Queen and the Supreme of the Witches.
Right.
Maybe take that into consideration before you start denying demands immediately. Um, but they're talking, and she's like, okay, well, if you don't want to do that, then my other offer is that you can all just die. And no one moves. They just all kind of like stare at her, like, what's happening? And the Axeman turns around and just goes like ham and starts like chopping off people's heads and body parts, and it's just a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Um, and he goes all crazy, kills everyone in the room except for the dad. And he's the only one left. And so instead of running away, he goes over, he pours some tea or coffee. I couldn't really tell. I think it's tea. Um,
Was
he
it?
tells her,
That feels, you're right. I remember it being a hot drink, but in my
mhm.
mind, it was a bourbon because of what else would it be?
So that's what it should have been. Yes,
Right.
that is that
I
is what I
I
thought he
think
was going to
I think
do.
I just like completely um like in my mind edited that scene and just watched him pick up a bourbon that didn't happen.
No, I had that same glitch in my brain where I was like, that's not bourbon.
Right.
But he poured it out of the like silver tea like device,
Right,
but I
like the
couldn't tell if it
hot
was tea or
canister.
coffee. It looked more like tea, but then it didn't see a tea bag. So that also threw me off. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but it's a hot drink, not bourbon, um, which is what it was supposed to be anyways.
Yeah.
So that's what it should have been.
It was just a hot
Um,
toddy in a
yeah, exactly, exactly. And he tells her to go to hell, and she axes him,
Yep.
and then he's dead. And then Fiona and Henry go home, and they drink to their whole situation being cleared up. No more witch hunters on the loose. They've all been murdered now.
Yep.
Um, Marie is drinking her Fritz 75, which, for those of you who don't know, is was created in New Orleans. It's a champagne-esque drink. I do not remember everything in it because I don't like it, because it's champagne based. I think it
Wait,
has
which one?
like French 75. It's like
Uh
really simple. It's like champagne and like one other thing with like a bitters or something. Like
um
it's not complicated. I just don't
oh
want.
no, it's more complicated. It is pretty complicated actually. It's gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, and champagne, and you have to like shake it
Mm,
and
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Um, that's not that complicated.
No, I know, but it's not like champagne. It's not a fucking like
No, no,
what
no.
it's not like a mimosa where you just pour two things, you gotta
Oh,
like
no, no, no,
shake.
no, no,
No,
no, no, no, no, no, no, no, no. It's like a drink, drink.
it's a drink, yeah.
Um, yeah. But again, I don't like gin. I don't love champagne, so it's not for me. But
See,
it is the
I
drink of New
love champagne, but
Orleans.
I don't like gin.
You
I've had
might would
like
like it with the right gin
no,
because it
that's
doesn't taste like gin
I was gonna
still.
say I've had like 3 or 4 gin drinks that I really, really liked, and like I had this one gin drink in London that was delicious, but like of course if you're gonna have good gin, you're gonna have it in London. Like that makes
Hmm.
sense. So I would probably like that because I like simple syrup and like lemon juice and champagne. Like I'm sure
Hmm.
it's
Those are all the things I don't
it
like.
seems
I don't want any
classy.
of those things in my drink.
It seems
It is
classy.
classy. It is classy. I mean, it's a New Orleans high society drink. Like it is
Right.
the drink of New Orleans. So it's classy.
You mean a hurricane is not the classy drink of New
God
Orleans?
bless. God bless. No, that is the layman's drink of New Orleans. God, no. I don't like any of our drinks, I guess, because I hate a hurricane too. It's way too sweet. I don't mind. We have a Pirate's Alley that they make absinthe, and they've got like a gazillion different types of absinthe, and I didn't hate them all. So that I will drink made in New Orleans from New Orleans. Um, I'll just stick with coffee. We have good coffee here.
You do have good coffee. Oh,
That is my claim to
I
fame.
have not had a good chicory coffee in a while.
I know.
Oh,
I know
okay.
it's perfect. I need to go to cafe tomorrow. I never go unless people are in town. I don't know why. There's one like 5 minutes from my work. Like I should just
Yeah,
go and have a
but
coffee and beignets one day.
but also I just need to get a tub of Cafe Du Monde coffee.
You can have that too.
I know.
You can
But
also
well,
get that there.
yes, I know. But like I can't just go there and have a drink. It is not here. But I
Right, right,
can,
right.
in fact, have a
Order
tub
it.
of order a tub of chicory coffee. Like
Correct. Correct. You can. Has Dan had chicory coffee?
I don't know. I don't think he has. My mom and I drink it. My mom almost always has a tub of Cafe Du Monde coffee in the house somewhere just in case.
So good.
But
So
my
good.
mom and I have
Ugh,
chicory coffee. I don't know that Dan ever has. I'll have
you
to.
should introduce him.
I should.
Um, yeah. So those are our drinks in New Orleans, and the only one's worth it is the coffee. Um, and so she's having the French 35. She's obviously a little turned. Um, and Delphine is making another drink, and Marie spanks her, and Delphine turns around and stabs her. She obviously doesn't die because
Yeah.
she's immortal, um, which is funny. And Delphine is like panicked and runs, and she's like, "Oh my God, what's happened?" And Spaulding knocks Marie over the head. After she tells her it was an antihistamine she was taking, not
Yeah.
this magical drug that makes you not immortal. Um, and she goes down the stairs, and then Spaulding's like, she can't die. She's immortal. I don't know what you were thinking. I just really wanted this doll. Like, and Spaulding's like, go bury her somewhere. Like, we don't need to deal with her anymore. She's confusing Fiona. She's messing things up. Just get rid of her. And she's like, she'll dig her way out. He's like, find a way that she'll. My first thought is like, put her in the box you came out of. Like,
Yeah, put her in a
what?
box. Put her in a box, tie her hands behind her back. Like there's ways to make her not dig herself up.
Right. And yeah, I just had a lot of questions about how you were so confused because you were in a box for so many years. Why would she not be able to be in a box? Like,
Right, like she's not gonna die, but she doesn't have, but give her 150 years before somebody else is dumb enough to take her out. Like I don't understand.
for real. Um, and then Spaulding goes back to his baby doll ways, and he's dressed up as his baby doll self, and he takes Marie's baby for his own. So not only did he want this really expensive porcelain doll that he sent Delphine to go find, he also wanted Marie's baby and wanted her gone. So two birds, one stone. Um, and then we pop over back to Kyle and Zoe. They are packing up to run away because they've decided to follow Myrtle's advice. And Kyle tells her he's not going. He's like, I'm not doing this. It's not for me. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna fight. I'm gonna hurt someone if we leave. He's scared of hurting either her or someone else. And Zoe's like, I can protect us. Like, I don't know if you know, but I might be the Supreme. Like,
Right.
I'm pretty magical and pretty powerful. So like I think we're okay. And of course, he agrees, and we see them running off to a train, getting on a bus to go to Orlando. And that is the end.
You
I'll
know,
have you know that not a bit of that got picked up.
well, that's because no. That's because I wasn't singing because I didn't want copyright issues, but I
Uh,
was singing the moment in the Book of Mormon when he talks about how he wants to go to Orlando and he like just
yes.
belts Orlando. But it's copyrighted music, so I didn't
Right.
belt it at you.
I thought you just got so high pitched that it didn't pick
No, no.
up.
And
Yeah, so what do you think? You had an existential crisis during this episode.
I did. I really hated everything about it.
Mhm.
Nothing went well. And really, I think more than anything, I just had a really visceral reaction to Spalding and the baby, and I was like borderline ready to like never watch TV again because
Yeah, he is something else. It's very unnerving.
no, I don't, yeah. Yeah, no, just the image of him holding a baby like literally made me want to like kill everyone.
I know, but you do have to think like at least you know he's gonna probably take really good care of it. Like he takes
Is
really
he?
good care of his baby dolls. I think so. I think so.
Yeah, until he like puts it on a shelf and then it breaks one of his other dolls and then he gets freaked out and gets upset and has like a serial killer breakdown.
I don't know. I don't know. Feeling pretty good about this situation.
I'm not. I am not. I don't.
No,
Plus, like, I also just felt like a lot of the characters got dumber in this episode than they ever have been before.
I feel
Like
like
a lot
that
of
every
characters through
episode.
the show, a lot of characters through the show make dumb decisions a lot. But in this episode, I was like, literally not one of you has used your brain for a single second of the episode.
Yeah, I will say the only one that I was like, this is really dumb, but it's not your fault, was kind of Delphine with the magic pills because theoretically the last time she was out of a box, there weren't antihistamines. so
I guess.
so like it's possible she could
But
think that like a pill
also,
formed.
you know that this
Mhm.
motherfucker is not magical and that he is a ghost that is trapped in the house because the witches killed him. Why the fuck would you trust him to know more than the witches?
I mean, that's true, but also like he is like really good at being snoopy. And he's dead, so like nobody knows he's around. Um,
I
and he told
guess.
her that her bloodletting of this man was art, so she probably now has a soft spot for him.
That's true.
You
I
know,
hate it. I hate it.
I mean, same, 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 same. Um, let's see. Let me see. I feel like there was a bit of um trivia. God, I can't use my words. It's been a long day. This
Mhm.
is
It's
Protecting
okay.
Ovid.
Then I started singing a different Broadway song in my head.
Just don't sing it out loud. We can't afford that.
No.
Let's see. Da, 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 da. No, because that's a spoiler for something else. Um, they had some goofs, but they're just like things didn't look right. They were like, Fiona ordered a martini filthy. It clearly didn't come dirty. Like there were olives, but it wasn't like a ton of olive
Yeah.
juice, and that like the soup didn't look quite right. Like it wasn't quite the right like consistency or whatever.
See,
Um,
I don't basically in like goofs like that, if I didn't catch them, I don't like pay attention to them. Like
yeah.
especially like well, especially in Stargate, because usually there are things about like different kinds of like air carriers and like ship craft and guns and stuff. And I'm like literally no one cares.
Mhm. Yeah. The one that I didn't catch, but that is probably interesting if you did catch it, um, Harrison Renard, when he pushes away from the table, um, the actor who's playing him has been replaced by a stand-in. So theoretically, he wasn't available for reshoots, and so they've like switched characters in the middle of the scene. And
Did
I
not
did
notice that.
notice that, but I don't know his face well enough to know if I would have
Right.
noticed it, you
Right.
know?
Like if they did that to like Jessica Lange in the middle of an episode, I'd fucking
Sure.
notice, but
Yeah. But it was really funny. I read that and I was like, huh. Interesting.
all right.
Um, but yeah. Um, that is all I have for you. So who do you want to punch in the face?
I was so mad at the end of this episode that I couldn't even think of his name and I just wrote Butler. I was so mad. I was so mad that I couldn't think of Spalding's name. I was like, that fucking little bitch in his bonnet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Well, you picked Spalding, so I'm gonna pick Madison because
That's
she
fair. She's a
just
fucking piece of
sucks.
shit.
She is. She's awful. I hate her. So who's your MVP?
This one was hard because, like I said, I think everybody was really stupid this episode. But I
Mhm.
picked Zoe because I think she is the only one who has like any semblance of giving a shit about people other than herself in the decisions she's making.
Yeah, I would have probably picked her too. But because you picked her, I think I'm gonna go with Cordelia
Fair.
because similar reason she was trying to be selfless. I mean, selfishly she wants her powers back, but also she took out her own eyes to get her powers back so that theoretically she could use them to save the coven.
Right. Well, because when she did have her powers, all the things that she discovered were things that were able to help the coven, and without her sight, she feels like she's three steps behind in saving the coven. So, like, I do get it, and if it weren't for the fact that I had to watch her take eyeballs out of her face, I would have picked her too. But that was not acceptable to me.
Sure, 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 sure. Yeah. Well, on that note, next week we have another fun episode. Um, and it's packed full of stuff, so stay tuned for that. In the
Yeah.
meantime, if you want to talk to us, you can email us deathandaliens@gmail.com. You can find us on all of the social media at Death and Aliens. You can find me at CECloud13.
And you can follow me everywhere at EMKAY_superstar.
And we'll see you Sunday for Sci-Fi Sunday.
Bye.
Bye!